Hey everybody, happy Tuesday to you all. So I am doing this Facebook Live because just something that I'm very, very passionate about and something that I'm super frustrated with as well. And so I thought I'd come on and give you guys some information about planning for your child's health. Most people never do, but a lot of our people who watch our videos are moms. And so compare this to a wedding. How many of you planned for a wedding? Most of us plan for a wedding for about 6 months, maybe a year, sometimes 2 years you'll spend planning a wedding. And you do all the details. Like you go on Pinterest, you Pinterest the heck out of your wedding, your bridal shower, the rehearsal supper. So everybody is taking all this time to plan a wedding, and yet they're not planning for their child's health. And this to me is so absurd. It's a little crazy that we take so much time to plan one day that is not life or death, right? If something doesn't go wrong. But think if you were to go with the flow of your wedding. If you did not plan and you said, I'm just gonna go with the flow, whatever happens, happens. It probably is not gonna turn out the way that you planned or the way that you want because you didn't plan. So as the saying goes, failure to plan is a plan to fail. And so when we were having kids, my husband and I kind of discussed what were our philosophies on health? What did we know to be true? And so this goes with even your labor and delivery. Like so many moms just want to go with the flow. They don't want to plan it. They don't take the time to research things and figure out what do they believe is true? What fits their philosophy for how they want to bring in that child into the world? And so we'll talk about maybe labor and delivery another day, but that labor and delivery can and will affect the baby's health throughout their life. So it's a pretty big deal. And you really should be concerned about that more than you should be about a wedding day, honestly. So when it comes to your child's health, what is your philosophy on health? For me, it's that the body is self-healing. It's that the power that made the body heals the body. And so when we look at when our child gets sick, getting sick is not necessarily a bad thing all the time. It's a body's response. So for instance, a fever, why? We ask the question why all the time. Why is the body running a fever? Why is it responding this way? Is that its normal response? What is normal versus common? Ask yourself this. An ear infection is not normal. It is common. It's not normal, right? And your body can heal that on its own if it's functioning properly. So for us to get, sorry, somebody's knocking on my door, but so for us, when it comes to them being sick or fighting something off, it's like we want to give the body time to do it. And I know that it can do that as long as it's functioning at its best. And this is where the first thing we do when our kids have runny nose, any sign or symptom that they're starting to get run down, we adjust them. Because I know that by the nervous system functioning at its best, that immune system will be supported better. If the brain and body are in constant communication at their best, they're going to function better. And that means the immune system is going to function better. So when it comes to your kids' health, start planning. What is your philosophy on health? When they get a fever, what are we going to do? What's our philosophy on a fever? Why does the body run a fever? We're going to talk probably this week about what is the difference between inflammation and an infection. Guess what? There's a difference. And inflammation does not mean that there's an infection. So when it comes, like, why you have to ask yourself those questions when they're sick. Like, what's the benefit of that? What's the risk of it if we let that run? It may be different for everybody, but for me, I mean, this is why my kids don't do antibiotics. They haven't ever had the need to do an antibiotic. And I know that come the time when they really do need it, we'll use it and it's going to be effective. But when we're constantly doing antibiotic after antibiotic after antibiotic, this is why we have superbugs. I mean, that's just common sense, right? So start planning for your child's health, just the way that you plan for your wedding, just the way you might plan for your retirement. Start investing in their health at an early age, and it's never too late to start. But start it now. Bye, guys.